Alright, this is show number 2, maybe the last one, I don't know. It's not getting catching on as much as I would like. Some say, and by some I mean my parents say it's not it's not flashy enough. I'm not doing anything to catch anybody's attention. I'm not the flashy type, so I'm just doing things the way I do them. I can't do it any other way. So if you don't want to watch, you don't want to watch. And they also complain about I'm scratching all the time. I can't help it. If I'm scratching, I'm scratching. It's just, I'm using a QuickTime video player, so I mean I don't have pause or edit or any kind of fancy equipment. So it's live TV basically. So that's the way it is. If you want to watch, keep watching. But and I'm wearing my this is what I wear playing poker. So the World Series of Poker came out. The schedule came out for this year. If I do a third show, I'll probably go over that schedule and go over some of the highlights. And so that's that. I saw on Yahoo. I didn't watch it, but I saw a caption. I'm going to go over this real quick. I saw a caption with Jennifer Love Hewitt saying that she's not engaged, but she's got rings picked out for if somebody wants to propose to her. I'm thinking, well, I thought she's been engaged a couple times. I think she's got a commitment, fear of commitment, which is why she's been engaged a couple times but has never gotten married. And I can understand that. But if if you need somebody to marry you, hey, here I am. It'll take me a while to pay off a ring, probably considering considering the kind of rings that the Hollywood type wear. But you know what? Who cares? Give it a shot. Hey, Jennifer Love Hewitt. Next, the NFL is having issues. They're gonna possibly lock out next season. I'm going to call them out. I'm going to call them out in a minute, but I want to call out the players that are calling out Jay Cutler for being a wimp or whatever coming out of the game. The team said they took him out, so I think you should leave it at that. And Maurice Jones-Drew, I'm going to call you out in particular. You're talking about you played all season with a leg injury. No, you didn't. You sat out at least the last game, probably the last 2 games with the leg injury, and your team was still in the chance. I had a chance to win the division. So I don't want to hear anything from you. I don't want to hear anything from anybody else. Like Urlacher said, you're all sitting at home doing it, calling him out from your house. At least he was there in the game. He tried to go back in. He came back out. The team said they took him out. Leave it at that. So that's all I want to say about that. And now I'm going to call out Roger Goodell and the rest of the NFL. That's nice that you want to drop your salary down to $1 if you don't get a deal done. But first of all, where's all that money going to go? If you need somewhere to put it, give it to me. I'll do something with it. And first of all, I could pay off Jennifer Love Hewitt's engagement ring. You need to get something done. The baseball. This happened in baseball in '94. It hurt him. It hurt him for a long time, and some people still haven't come back from it. So. You don't want you're the most popular sport in the world, really, especially certainly in this country. You don't want to lose a lot of loyal fans, including I don't think you're going to lose me, but I wouldn't want to test it. And although if you want to suspend the Miami Dolphins for a season or 2 until they get things straight, you can go ahead. You have my permission to do that. So. That's I don't think Goodell will ever see this, but if he does, Goodell, listen, just get a deal done. You don't want to lose anybody. So, other than that, people are telling me you need to do something. People aren't just going to listen to you because you're doing. They're not going to tell. If you're saying, "Oh, watch this show, watch that, watch this movie," why are they going to listen to you? They don't have to. I mean, again, I'm just giving the average man's opinion, but. Excuse me. Again, live TV. I wanted to go over a list of a few shows that I watch and tell you why I watch them, and maybe that'll give your opinion, give you a different opinion, and say, all right, maybe this is a show to watch. As far as Mondays go, I love Chuck. It's the best show. I think it's one of the best shows on television. But you have to, at this point, you'd be lost if you're trying to watch it. So I would maybe steer away from it. As far as the Cape, I watched the Cape, but that show looks like it's going to be canceled. The ratings are just tanking, so I would say skip that. If you're going to watch anything on Monday, watch Castle on ABC at 10. Normally, I wouldn't say watch a cop show because all the cop shows just they get the bad guy at the end. But I wouldn't watch a cop show unless it had a unique twist to it, and that's what I think Castle does. With him, Castle himself being a writer and writing the trashy little novels and going on cases with them, and all the cast works well together and a lot of humor involved. That would be my suggestion there. Tuesdays, I actually don't watch anything. I watch Glory Days on TBS, but that shows that's the end of the season. It's anything that takes place in the 80s is good to me. So I would recommend looking that up on DVR or on demand or whatever. It's basically Animal House in the 80s. I like that show. Again, anything taking place in the 80s is good. You have to excuse, I'm losing my voice for some reason. Wednesdays, Modern Family. I think everybody pretty much knows what that is, so I'm not going to go into that. Cougar Town may not, because Cougar Town, they seem to lose a lot of viewers from Modern Family into Cougar Town. That's a show, I think it's only been around, this is the second season. It seems like the cast works so well together. It seems like they've been around forever, so I think they work. I think it works well. I think it's funny. I would recommend at least watching it once or twice, and if you don't like it, then go to something else. But I think that's good. And Blue Bloods, I don't know what CBS is doing. They move it it's on Fridays, and they move it to Wednesdays, and then they move it back. They're going to move it back to Fridays later. Blue Bloods seems to get an older audience. I don't know if it's Tom Selleck. I don't know what the reason is, but I think that's a great show. And again, I wouldn't normally watch a cop show, but it's a family. It's a whole family of cops except for the daughter, Tom Brady's ex, Bridget Moynihan. She's a lawyer, but they're all working together. I think that's a great show. I would recommend it, and it's not one that you need to. It's not one that if you haven't seen it before, you'd be lost. I think you could watch it and understand what's going on. As far as Thursdays go, forget American Idol. I'm not even going to go into that. Thursday may be the hardest day as far as shows go. Community, I love Community. I think it ought to be on at 9 o'clock. I think it's a little more adult oriented, but it's fast joke. One fast joke after another. You gotta be able to be quick to keep up with it. But and Chevy Chase he hadn't been this funny in years, so I would watch that one. Outsourced, I think that's hilarious. Again, I never thought I would think that was funny going into it, but I think it's hilarious. Then Bones comes on after Idol. That's another show that's been around for a while. I think you could figure it out even if you hadn't been watching it before. And Bones herself, Emily Deschanel, I'm not sure how she's kind of like Sheldon on The Big Bang Theory. I'm not sure. It's a very, very unique character. I'm not sure how she hasn't been nominated for Emmys. And Big Bang Theory is another one. It's obviously that's something to watch. I'm going to throw people for a loop here and say my favorite show Thursdays, maybe the best, most interesting show on television would be Vampire Diaries. I never thought. I figured I'd watch an episode or two and say, all right, I'll see what it's like. I think it's great. It keeps me on the edge of my seat every week. It's not like don't even think about it like Twilight. It's nothing like those Twilight movies I saw. I was in the gym the other day and saw part of one. It's ridiculous. First of all, it's a lot more realistic than the Twilight movies are. Why are vampires walking around in the daylight on Twilight? Makes no sense to me. That one may be a little hard to follow at this point, but I think if you watched a couple episodes, you might be able to understand it. And the girls on that show are unbelievably hot, so that's another reason to watch it. Lastly, just a couple reality shows. Wipeout's hilarious. Everybody's probably seen or heard of it. It's not going to air much longer in the fall here or in the spring here, but it'll be back on in summer. I think it's great. It's always good to watch people just fall on their face. And Shark Tank is coming back. I don't know. You'd have to look up the dates. I think it's an ABC show. I think something I wouldn't have thought would be unique, but I liked it with the entrepreneurs, uh, random people bringing weird things to try to sell to them, see if they can make a profit off of it. And Jeff Foxworthy and Mark Cuban are making appearances on it next year or this coming season, whenever it is. So I'll check the times for that. Check whenever it comes on. Lastly, I'm gonna make Super Bowl and Royal Rumble predictions. As far as the Super Bowl goes, I don't really care. I may watch it. I may not. I actually didn't watch last year. I'm surprised the Packers are favored, but I'm going to take the Packers. I'm going to agree. It's probably be a field goal game. I just think they're going to have a tough time containing Aaron Rodgers. So that's my prediction there in Royal Rumble predictions. Again, I said last week that CM Punk will win. I still think that if Randy Orton, which I think Randy Orton will win the title. If he doesn't, then if Miz retains, then I would see somebody like either John Cena or Triple H winning, so they can have the good guy versus bad guy thing. I see Edge winning his title no matter what, and I don't know if I don't know if he'll turn bad again, or I don't know what they'll set up there. And the only other match is the Divas match. I think Lay Cool regains the title, and probably see the first appearance of Awesome Kong in WWE. And that's it. If I do a show next week, I'll talk about the World Series of Poker. I'll mention, bring up the Oscars. I know the Oscar nominations are out. Well, it was fun while it lasted. If it's only 2 episodes, it's only 2 episodes. So, see ya.